Hey everybody, what's up YouTube? It's Alan again from District 6, and today I'm going to be talking about Deadpool 2. So this is mini episode number 2. It's going to be a movie review this time. And yeah, so I just walked out of Deadpool 2 right now, and you know what? It's pretty good. The reason why I decided to do a review on Deadpool as my first film mini was because that was the most recent film to review. I mean, Avengers Infinity War kind of already passed, so I was like, all right, I can't really do that. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it on Deadpool. But this one's just going to be a mini, non-spoiler review, just kind of like my own opinions real quick on it. Um, Hopefully, I will film a full podcast with Fred and a full spoiler cast, full everything on the spoils. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be coming out real soon. Also, so real quick, so my ideas on the film, or what I felt about the film, I felt it was superior than the first one. It was better than the first one because my issues with the first one was it was way too much of like fourth wall breaking and way too much silliness, and it was just sensory overload. And the thing I liked about the first one was the scale was small compared to a lot of other comic book movies, where it's just too big. This one kind of did the same thing. The scale, in a weird way, it was kind of big and kind of small at the same time because there was a little bit of I don't want to spoil it. I mean, if you know the character Cable, then you know what comes with his character. You know, hint hint, time travel. Um, so what I liked about this one better than the first one was they kind of toned it down with the whole comedy, not comedy, but it was really funny in general. But they toned down the whole like fourth wall breaking and da 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 da, and we're gonna throw jokes at you every 5 seconds, which I appreciated. This one felt a lot more emotional, which I really enjoyed. Um, the thing is, like, I've never been a big Deadpool fan, but you know, I was a X Men fan growing up, anyways. So I knew of him when I was a kid and read some of his comics. And you know, I liked his older style where it wasn't as crazy nowadays. Everyone likes him being super random and super in your face. This one I felt got more into his real story, his emotional kind of side, where he really wanted to do something, not because it was funny or anything like that. This was like there was a lot of emotion to it, and I can't really spoil why because it's a big part of the film. And so what I can say is the action was great. Um, Again, I still wish we can get a little bit more X-Men in there. They kind of did a really great gag that referenced, you know, like why didn't the studio give us more money for more X-Men? They kind of call it out in this one, and it's a great little gag, which the whole theater like just laughed in uproarious laughter. And yeah, so that part was fun. A lot of great little references. I think that's what I liked more, because the first one just kind of just kept talking crap about other comic book movies and other things in general. This one did that as well, but it didn't do it so much where you're kind of like, okay, I get it. You know, DC Comics sucks, and they don't. DC Comics is superior, number one. Um, but I like the little references thrown in, which I really appreciated. Like as a comic book guy, I really liked. I noticed that when I was watching it, there was one particular joke that made me crack up. And if you know Rob Liefeld, you probably already know the joke. But I was dying, and like stuff like that, I really appreciated. There, one real quick thing, there is a post credits. It's nothing like the first one where they kind of go, "Oh, Cable's gonna be out in it." They just kind of, it's a big gag. It's a really big fun gag. Um, if you followed, you know, the 20th Century Fox Marvel cinematic universe, you know, with all the X-Men and stuff, then it's a lot of fun. Um, so character wise, Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, he's if it was any other actor, I wouldn't watch it. Ryan Reynolds pretty much again sells it again as Deadpool. Josh Brolin, fantastic job as Cable. I loved it. He was great, and he wasn't, you know, you know, like I think a lot of people are gonna go and going, oh, he's the bad guy, but no, he's Cable, and he does a lot of cool little references to future characters. Um, One little hint: the Summers family. That's one thing I'll say. Um, Also, Domino was amazing. She was a show stealer for me. I loved her. Every other scene she was in, she was fantastic. Colossus was funny. He was great again. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She was just there. I mean, I never cared for her character in the first one. This one, she has a little girlfriend, which she was kind of. I liked her a lot. She was a lot. She was really funny. Her chemistry with Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, was really probably one of my favorite parts of the film. Story wise, it's good. Again, small scale. It's not complicated. It's nothing like Avengers: Infinity War, where there's all this stuff going on at the same time. This one was more calmer. It had its jokes, loads of jokes, but not overwhelming like the first one. But um, yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I can really say without spoiling much of the film. I don't want to say too much because I want to save it for the big one. But this is just kind of like, hey, if you're thinking about going to go watch it, even if you're not a big Deadpool fan, I think you'd enjoy it. If you're a fan of the X-Men, the X-Men movies, you're gonna enjoy it. Um, Again, I liked it a lot. I'm not a big comedy guy, unfortunately, so after a while, I kind of go, all right, let's pick up the pace, and I don't need all these jokes 24/7. I want the nitty gritty. But nonetheless, thought it was fun. Thought it was a fun little popcorn movie. A lot of people are gonna enjoy it. So yeah, I definitely say go out there and check it out. If I were to give it a letter grade, I guess I'd have to give it a C plus, just because, like I said, I wasn't always a big Deadpool guy. I have my issues with him, but if it's Ryan Reynolds, I'll always watch his performance for sure. But yeah, I feel like that you can't really notice a difference between directors because obviously, I want to say Tim Miller directed the first one, and he's not back for this one. But it felt like kind of like how the Marvel MCU is. Kind of just everything has that same type of feel to it, where you're like, oh, okay, cool, this feels familiar, where it isn't like incredibly different. But I'll save that for the bigger podcast with Fred. But yeah, I give it a C plus. Solid popcorn movie. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick mini review. I'm going to be trying to dish these out more often, and hopefully I can get the staff, District 6, to post their own videos as well. Again, these are just small, little quick tidbit videos that we can upload so you guys get more content and get to know us a little more. This time I kind of showed off a little bit of my workspace a little. I hope you guys like it. It's kind of nerdy stuff all over the place. A lot of Funkos, a little Power Girl back there. But yeah, well, thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. Just all our social medias down below: Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us. We would greatly appreciate it. And then, of course, like and subscribe. And let me know how you felt about the film. Do you think I graded it too low, or do you think I graded it too high? What did you think? I would love to hear your guys' comments. Someone previous video left a wonderful little review about the album. So you know what? If you guys want to leave reviews down, that's pretty awesome. I would love to read them. But yeah, well, thanks again, guys. It's Alan from District 6. Like and subscribe, and have a good one.